Now we are discussing about the another thyristor family device, diac. Diac means diode that works with AC. This is a bidirectional device. So it conducts in both the directions, unlike SCR. SCR is a unidirectional device. This diac is having 4 layers, PN, and 2 terminals. Because this is bidirectional device, we should not use the terms anode and cathode because it conducts both the directions. When it is conducting from this direction, it is anode and it is cathode. When it is conducting from this direction, it is anode and it is cathode. So T1 is becoming anode when it is conducting from this side, and T2 is becoming anode when it is conducting from this side. That's why in the construction diagram, we have represented PN and PN. When T1 is positive with respect to T2, the junction J1 and J3 are forward biased and J2 is reverse biased. Still diac is in off state. When we increase the voltage of the T1 with respect to T2 more, at some point of time, that voltage might be 30 to 50 volts. That changes from one diac to another diac. So assume at 30 volts, this junction J2 breaks down because of avalanche breakdown, and then the diac conducts. When we are operating this diac from this direction, when we are increasing the voltage at T2 with respect to T1, initially J4 and J6 junctions are forward biased because we are giving the positive supply to the P terminal, P region we should say, because we are giving the positive supply to the P region. J4 is forward biased, similarly J6 is forward biased. J5 is reverse biased. When we increase the T2 voltage more until the breakover voltage, when the breakover voltage is reached, at that time junction J5 gets breakdown and the diac conducts. This process happens in the both the directions. That's why we are representing diode in both directions. The circuit symbol is very simple. This is diode in one direction. This is diode in another direction. It is nothing but a diode that is working in both directions. There is no third terminal also. There is no gate. That's why we are calling as diode that works with AC. Here we have only 2 terminals, T1 and T2. We should not use the word anode or cathode. Where we use this diac? Already we discussed the diac conducts after a certain voltage, that is breakover voltage. Before the breakover voltage, the current is in the range of the milliamperes. At the breakover voltage, suddenly the current rises. In order to reduce this current, we use the external commutation circuit. When it conducts in the first quadrant or in third quadrant, in the both the directions, it operates in the same way. We use this diac for the dimming applications, light dimming applications. Whenever you want to dim the light, slowly you want to reduce the intensity, then you can use the diac. Or if you want to blink, you can use the diac. Slowly changing the lighting blink, changing its brightness, not on and off. On and off means we can, already we discussed in the previous semester how we use the 555 IC, a stable multivibrator. We are not discussing about the on and off. We are discussing of continuous decrement of the brightness, full on and slowly decreasing its light, like moon. Day by day, slowly we observe the moon is changing from full moon to no moon. Similarly, the light also we want to change its intensity. Then we can use the diac. Similarly, in the speed control of the fans, now you are under the operating of the fans. Slowly you can vary the speed of the fan by using the diac. Heat control applications. Wherever you want to control any parameter, whether that is heat or light or sound control, slowly we can use the diac. Previously in the regulators, we used the resistance concept. At the time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you operate your fan at 1, example, you are operating your fan at 5. Now you want to reduce the fan. You reduce it to 4, but you will get the same current bill. Why? You have added the resistance here. Means even though the fan is running at the speed 5 or 4, in both these conditions, the fan, whenever you are operating, we are getting the same current bill. But when we use the diac, if you are operating at 5, if you are operating at 4, the current bill will be less. That is the advantage with the diac.